In this Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 1. So we come to this conversation that Sambha that is speaking about the Supreme Lord is equal to everyone. And Maharaj Parikshit is asking this after Sukadeva Goswami has given his conclusions concerning how the Supreme Lord, although the Super Soul, friend and protector of everyone, killed the demons and protected the uh, Daitya, kill the demons for the sake of devatas. Daitya Bhanjana. We also hear one of the names of the Lord because he has killed. So when this question came up, then Sukadeva Goswami proves that because the body of the conditioned soul is infected by the three qualities of nature, the duality arises as enmity and friendship. But for Lord, because he is not in the remits of the influences of the material nature, he has nothing like that. He has no enemies, he has no friends, as such. Of course, we see the Supreme Lord is always transcendental, is not at all under the influence of this. So, thus all the demons killed by Supreme Lord attain salvation immediately. It appears that the treatment given to certain people is not pleasant doesn't mean that there is a punishment of the Lord for his pleasure. The Lord indeed is doing all this so that the person can be rectified, he can be transformed. And to that extent, if someone is so deeply thinking that if one is thinking Lord as his enemy, there is this in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is this asking when Kamsa has been thinking about Krishna in the verse 31. There is in the chapter 1, 31st verse. Gopya kamad bhayat kamso dvesat chaityadayo nripa sambandhat krishnaya snehad yuyam bhaktya vayam vibho. My dear King Yudhishthir, the gopis by their lusty desires, Kamsa by his fear, Shishupal and others by envy, the Yadus by their familial relationship with Krishna, you, Pandavas, by your great affection for Krishna, and we, the general devotees, by our devotional service, have obtained the mercy of Krishna. Let me know if you can see the screen. Let me also share first. You see this? Yeah. Different persons achieve different types of mukti. Sayujya mukti, salokya mukti, sarupya mukti, samipya mukti, sasti. According to their own intense desire, which is called bhava. This is very, very important. The reason why I thought to bring this up is to understand what is bhava. So it is based on one's desire, and that too not just a desire. Desire could be still called as a kama, desire. Here we are talking about intense desire, which is called bhava. Accordingly, one is getting closer to the Lord. And here it says this is significant for spiritual advancement. Parakiya rasa. They actually had no lusty desires. Though here we are referring in the description of Sukadeva Goswami. This is significant of spiritual advancement. Their desires appeared lusty, but actually they were not the lusty desires of the material world. The lusty desires of the gopis for Krishna are compared to gold, and material lusty desires are compared to iron. So this also is very important. As part of sadhakas, we should understand that the activities of a devotee and a non-devotee might look same, but there is a gulf of difference between both of them. Kamsa and other enemies of Krishna merged into existence of Brahman. Huh? But why should Krishna's friends and devotees have the same position? Krishna devotees attain the association of the Lord as his constant companion. Similarly, although Narad Muni wanders in the three worlds, he has exalted devotion for Narayan, Aishwaryaman. The Vrishnis and Yadus and the father and mother of Krishna in Vrindavan all have familiar relationship with Krishna. Krishna's foster father and mother in Vrindavan, however, are more exalted than Vasudeva and Devaki. So, if we want to really be successful in our endeavor to become devotees, we should always correct our bhava. Prem is, I think, quite far, but bhav is still something where we can afford ourselves to get it. This is how when we uh, Krishna, what is the word I forgot? Krishnized our life. The way we see, the way we talk, the way we eat, everything. If we can bring it Krishna in that, then automatically our bhav, our thoughts also will be about the Lord. When the thoughts develop, this desire to serve Him increases, and this desire to serve Him increases, so the desire also intensifies and becomes intense desire to attain Krishna, which is bhav. Someone messaged, let me quickly check. Krishnized, right? So from here, yeah. So this is a verse, yeah. If you just start putting pointers on the theme of this Nrsimha Katha, we see that this verse is so nice, which is emphasizing the importance of how we should um develop that. Mm. And then comes the next further explanation. Okay, now Sukadeva Goswami starts explaining that this kind and Narad Muni is describing the glories of absorption in Krishna. That is the verses. And then um, Gopya Kamad is over, and the next verse is somehow or other. hmm, uh, Katamopi navenah syat पंचानां पुरुषं प्रति तस्मात् केनापि उपायेन मनः कृष्णे निवसेयत्. Hmm. Somehow or other one must consider the form of Krishna very seriously. Thus, by one of the five different processes mentioned above, one can return home back to Godhead. Atheists like King Vena, however, being unable to think of Krishna's form in any of these five ways, cannot attain salvation. Therefore, one must somehow think of Krishna, whether in a friendly or inimically. So, in this pastime of Lord Nrsimha Dev, we see two personalities, so to say, or two who have remembered Krishna so much that one has become so dear to Krishna, to Nrsimha Dev, who is Prahlad Maharaj, and the other one, because of him remembering day and night, who even desire to see him, of course in a different spirit, also mm, got the darshan of the Lord. mm. And so we will see in the end of the class what state he attained. So this is kind of opening, and then we go to the next chapter. Hiranyakashipu. Let's spend less time to know the glories of him, because we already knew uh, from our last classes that Hiranyakashipu is a um, deadly demon. He was terrorizing. Yeah, he was threatening. Why? Because he had revenge in his heart, in his mind, to find Hari, to find Vishnu, who was the culprit of his brother's death. And he was advised by Sukracharya. hmm, He was advised by Sukracharya to perform penance, to attain powers, and then become all powerful. Hmm. So, this is what here is described. Hiranyakashipu then related a history. Oh, okay. This is still in this chapter. There is still explanation of Hiranyaksha when he was killed, and because he was killed, his family felt very painful, especially his mother, and because his mother was uh, aggrieved, then Hiranyakashipu was giving uh, mm, Bhagavat class to his mother, yeah, and he was talking very, very high philosophical points about life. Mm. He was instructing his nephews about a history, and he gave an example of a crow and everything he gave, and finally brought that we should be detached. People who have left are left. We should not be worried about that. So all these things are mentioned in this chapter. So in the body, the most important substance is life air, but that also is neither the listener nor the speaker. Beyond even the air life, the soul also can do nothing. For the super soul is actually the writer. This is all who is saying. Huh? Um, Hiranyakashipu is narrating a story that that Yamadharmaraj, yeah, is telling. Hmm. And then finally he is saying. uh, While Yamaraj, in the form of a small boy, was instructing all the relatives surrounding the dead body of Suyajya, everyone was struck with wonder by his philosophical words. They could understand that everything material is temporary, not continuing to exist. Isn't it so surprising that Hiranyakashipu very well knows the nature of matter, that it is temporary, and still he wants to attain matter. He wants to attain material success. He wants to rule. He wants to become the king of everything that is material. Hmm? Isn't it so surprising? After instructing all the foolish relatives of Sayuja, Yamaraj in the form of bird disappeared from their vision. Therefore, none of you should be. This is what Hiranyakashipu is continuing to tell his nephews and his dear mother also. Yeah. Uh, Therefore, none of you should be aggrieved for the loss of the body, whether your own or others. Only in ignorance does one make bodily distinctions, thinking, who am I, who are the others, what is mine, and what is for others. Huh? So, whatever we talk about Brahma Jigyasa, is saying that's foolish. Only in ignorance people will think about that. Huh? And Narad Muni said, Diti, the mother of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, heard the instructions along with her daughter-in-law, Rishabhanu. This Rishabhanu is not Radharani's mother, yeah, Hiranyaksha's wife. She then forgot her grief over her son's death and thus engaged her mind and attention in understanding the real philosophy. I do not know what is that, hmm, but let's dive into the next one, which is about Hiranyakashipu is planning to become immortal. After all, Vishnu, because of his tricks, he killed Hiranyaksha. This is what he understands. So Hiranyakashipu wants to become immortal. Thus he wanted to become the absolute ruler of entire universe. Huh? So this is shows how foolish are we. Though we understand this material world is not permanent, though we understand this material world is imposing all kinds of conditions, though this material world is um, uh, very, very illusory, mystical, uh, but still mysterious. Sorry, yeah. Still, we think that, oh, it's so nice. I want to rule over. Hmm? This propensity of ruling over, the propensity of mastering, the propensity of enjoyer is the cause of our suffering. And in material world, uh, is there someone showing? No. Uh, it is said that this is a jail of different kinds of chains, but these chains we can't see. These chains are already tied to our hand, our head, our mind, our senses. in different ways. Either it could be mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. All these chains, just imagine. Uh, these days you may have seen how there are different kinds of sensors that are connected to different parts of the bodies, and then by just movement of that, one can capture the sensation, signals, sensory signals. So these chains are already there. We can't see them. They are so deep, so invisible, so powerful, but we think that we are independent. How foolish it is. We think that we are free, or when we think that we are bound, we want freedom, but we don't know what, how. So, in both the ways, we are struggling, not finding the way, because we want to find the way on our own, with our own strength, thinking that, oh, if I get this, then I'll be happy. If I get that, I will be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy. So Hiranyakashipu thought that if he becomes immortal, then he will be happy. I really surprised whenever I come across this. If someone becomes immortal, is he free from old age? Is he free from disease? He may be trying to get freedom from death. But if we really see every moment of our life, are we not dying? Every moment we are actually dying. We may think that it's, no, no, death is coming only once, only that moment that is called death, remaining all the time it's life. Well, every moment is life and death. Don't we call this every life and death situation? That moment of life and death situation is always there. It's always there. Just imagine there is already a gun put at our head and trigger is ready. Always it is there. Only that because we are not seeing all these things, we think that no one is going to interfere in my plans. And then we try. And then, of course, Hiranyakashipu was not ordinary. Not only that, he had great plans. Huh? He wanted not to be conquered by anyone, not to be attacked by old age and disease, and not to be harassed by any opponent. Thus, he wanted to become the absolute ruler of the entire universe. So we think that by becoming immortal, becoming kind of all powerful, and all these things, we can live forever. Uh, when we don't know what is the purpose of life, what is the use of living forever? Living forever is only uh, uh, a pathetic situation of a person who can't, who, who wants to see the bitterness of the world. Bhishma Dev, what kind of boon he had, what kind of blessing he had. Hmm? Then Ichha Mrityu, he can die when he want. And did he enjoy that? He always felt, oh, hmm. He always saw that, oh, let the Hastinapur become safe, then I can rest in peace, rest in peace. That peace was not coming. Why? Because situations were not under. Maybe he himself has control of himself, but not the rest of the world. And what is the purpose of becoming immortal? Is only to see all the people suffering. So in that, yeah, he wanted, and Hiranyakashipu engaged in this austerity, and demigods returned to the respective homes. But while Hiranyakashipu was thus engaged, a kind of fire began blazing from his head, disturbing the entire universe and its inhabitants, including the birds, beasts, and demigods. When all the higher and lower planets became too hot to live on, the demigods, being disturbed, left their abodes in the higher planets and went to see Lord Brahma. So here we see that forget about the earth, forget about this world where we are already feeling so much heat in the form of different problems that are coming and burning us. Not we want to do something, something else is happening. Huh? Uh, we want to have a peaceful, cool, chilled life, but there is always something hot and spicy that's uh, treating us in this life. And then here we are talking about the demigods, the disturbances caused by Hiranyakashipu. Just if he is sincerely, so honestly is praying, that itself became so hot that even the demigods had to find a better place. They went to Brahmalok, uh, and went to see Brahma, praying to him that he curtails this unnecessary heat. Uh, the demigods disclosed to Lord Brahma Hiranyakashipu's ambition to become immortal, overcoming his short duration of life, and to be the master of all the planets, even Dhruvalok. And upon hearing this, uh, Lord Brahma, accompanied by sage Bhrigu and great personalities like Daksha, went to see Hiranyakashipu. Hmm. And then, after he has taken water and from this Kamandal, and he sprinkled over Hiranyakashipu head, then Hiranyakashipu became normal, and then he bowed down to Lord Brahma, and then uh, after pleasing Lord Brahma mm, with his wonderful prayers. We just saw in the previous case that Hiranyakashipu is not ordinary. Mm. He is, yeah, I think, was it Adirasa Prabhu was discussing, I was telling that, yeah, um, we are talking about Varnashram system. Yeah, we were also hearing in last days about Varnashrama system. There are two kinds of Varnashrama systems. Otherwise, how can we call Hiranyakashipu a king? Hiranyakashipu, when we are calling a king, and then there is also Brahmanas in his. So definitely there is a Varnashrama system prevailing. Why? Because this is given by the Lord from day one. That is already there. Just like when we see when Lord Brahma from him when Kumaras came, they said, "Hey, we don't have any business. Let us go." And then Daksha came, Manus came, and all. Why? Because so the whole Varnashrama system is required so that we can acquire the good qualities of um, inquiring the higher purpose of life. Until we can here inquire, acquire this higher purpose of life, we need such a system so that we can practice regulated life. But of course, this regulated life is based on two things. If one is based on the devotee or devotional, then it is Daivi, Varnashrama. And if it is one who is selfish, where we could say if someone is in pure mode of ignorance, just like when we're talking about pure mode of goodness, no, we're talking about pure mode of ignorance, then one is taking to lower propensities and what they desire. Also, a varnashram system is there. Why? Because that is logical, that is meaningful to live, but on what kind of values? On the values of forgetting the Lord. So one is rushing towards the down with a downfall. Yeah, whatever he is doing, he is only thinking of himself, his own pleasure. He is rushing to the nether worlds where there is slumber one can enjoy and then get intoxicated. There is no light, there is nothing good. uh, so that is asura, asuri varnashram, that is called. And daivi varnashrama is, they know that they have made a mistake. We have made a mistake in our life that we forgot Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Now at least let me take shelter. Let me become let me become mm, his servant. And if one is thinking like that, then he is at least advancing, advancing closer and closer to Krishna, advancing by his desire to get closer and closer to Krishna. And what is that we are talking about? It is to develop this bhava. Mm. Of course, before that comes Rati, and before that comes Ruchi, and all these things are there. But yeah, so Hiranyakashipu, when Lord Brahma appeared, he bowed down, and after pleasing him, he prayed not to be killed by any living entity. Mm, uh, and he said that I, uh, yeah, I want all. these great qualities, great powers. He went on asking that, just getting the list. mm, what he all asked. Yeah, Hiranyakashipu praises Brahma and then asks for benediction. Let me not meet death. This is what he we are saying that, um, grant me that I not die within any. Uh, uh, if you will kindly grant me the benediction I desire, please let me not meet death from any of the living entities created by you. Hmm? Because um, he wanted to become immortal, but Lord Brahma is saying that it's not in my hands. It's not in my hands that I myself, how can I give when I myself I have 100 years of lifespan? Mm. Understanding this, but Hiranyakashipu, he used his intelligence to see something. Okay, after all, I have done such a great austerities. This is also in our life we do, right? After all, mm, I worked very hard, and now, okay, if I'm getting some something that what I didn't wanted, let me do what? Best in the worst. What is it? Best bargain in the worst circumstance. I don't know what is it. Yeah. So Hiranyakashipu started. He's saying that, hey, I don't want death from anyone, from any living being created by you, within or outside of any residence, during the daytime or at night, on the ground or in the sky, by any others beyond you, by any weapon, human being or animal, from any living or non-living entity, by any demigod or demon or snakes from the lower planets. Let me not have any rival. Give me sole lordship over all the living entities and preceding deities. Mm. This is what he is. Grant me. Mm. And then finally he's saying, give me all the mystic powers attained by long austerities and yoga practice. So this is final. And then we see Lord Brahma obtained his supreme position due to long austerities and penances, mystic yoga, meditation, and so on. Hiranyakashipu wanted a similar position. Huh? The ordinary powers achieved by mystic yoga, austerity, and other processes are sometimes vanquished, but the powers obtained by the mercy of the Lord are never vanquished. So Hiranyakashipu therefore wanted a benediction that would never be vanquished. That's what he wanted. And then what happened after that? Okay, you don't see the screen. So Hiranyakashipu became all powerful. And then by severe austerities, because Hiranyakashipu has satisfied Lord Brahma and obtained that what he desired, after he received his benedictions, his body had become almost entirely consumed and was revived with full beauty and then um, and luster like gold, Hiranyakashipu, like gold. And then, nonetheless, he continued to be what? Envious of Lord Vishnu. What is the value of advancement if we cannot love the Lord and his devotees? Hmm? If we are envious, if we are envious that someone is getting credit, if we are envious if someone is doing something that, yeah, one is not acknowledging, one doesn't accept, what is the use? Hiranyakashipu, in spite of who? He had that benediction that no one had thought of. But then what happened? Still, he had this envy that he had towards Lord Vishnu. Huh? He continued to be envious of Lord Vishnu, unable to forget Lord Vishnu's having killed his brother. Hmm. So sometimes we just get stuck at a place. If someone has done to us something, we cannot somehow overcome that envy nature towards that person. Huh? He has done something to me, she has done something to me, they have done something to me, and then this is always there in our mind, and we cannot see their advancement. Hmm. And then, are we really having a clean sheet? No. We see Hiranyakashipu, uh, he had all this values, everything he had, but he is burning in that envy towards Lord Vishnu because he thought, oh, he is the one who killed my brother. In spite of giving such a wonderful intellectual, philosophical discourse to his nephews, to his sister-in-law, to his mother, everyone, still he had envy towards Vishnu. Why? Because he also wanted to enjoy unlimitedly. He is that no, there is always a chance that this Vishnu can come and spoil my game. He can do something. Hiranyakashipu conquered everyone in the 10 directions and the three worlds and brought all living entities, both demigods and asuras, under his control. This is what he did. Why? Because he wanted to, in envy, what people will do? They catch up competitive spirit. I want to be number one. He, no, not he. I want to be number. Shishupal thought all the time that he is great. What Krishna? Krishna is Yadava, not even proper Yadava. He is, thief. He's not only thief. So in that way, he kept on, yeah, undermining with his lack of understanding the greatness of others. So here, what Hiranyakashipu wanted to do, people, everyone are thinking that it is Vishnu is supreme. No, if I become all powerful, if everyone is under my control, what does that mean? I am their Lord. And when I am their Lord, who is Vishnu? Definitely is not their Lord. In that way, he wants to be supreme. So that's why he conquered all the directions. He took everything under control, becoming the master of all places, including the residence of Indra. Uh, he has driven out Indra from his own home. He began enjoying life in great luxury and thus became mad. See, this madness can happen two ways. One, if we don't have what we want, then we get mad. And when we have so much, then also we get mad. We don't know what to do. All the demigods but Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva came under his control and began serving him. But despite all his material power, he was dissatisfied because he always uh, he was always puffed up, proud of transgressing the Vedic regulations. This is what is called Asura Varnashrama. One is saying that my civilization, material civilization, is so advanced. Come on, I have answers for everything. I know everything. I know I have a telescope to see things far. I have satellites. Come on, I have decoded the mysteries of this world. Hmm. And then that's what scientists are feeling proud and puffed up. Now, if they just sit back and think, how come their brain is so sharp working? Huh? They themselves don't know. But it is the Lord who is empowering someone with intelligence, who is empowering some with remembrance, who is also empowering with forgetfulness. All these things they don't know. So all the Brahmanas were dissatisfied with him and they cursed him with determination. What will happen when one is disturbing? Uh, when someone wants to push their own power on someone? No, no one wants to be under the control. Everyone wants to be independent. Everyone wants to be free. Everyone feels that he is not subordinate, mm, and that everyone were disturbed by Hiranyakashipu dealings. They couldn't tolerate. They simply cursed. Eventually, all the living entities within the universe, represented by demigods and sages, they prayed to the Supreme Lord for relief. Mm. So, and then here, when this happened, Lord Vishnu, all the devatas they went, all the devatas they went to Lord Vishnu, and then they asked. Lord Vishnu informed them, okay, that they and the other living entities would be saved from this fearful condition created by Hiranyakashipu. Bhadram, there is he saying, everyone will be saved, but how? Hmm? In this fourth chapter, hmm, it says, let me read this. Then there appeared before them. What was great? Yeah. So, Ma bhaista vibudha shrestha sarvesham bhadram astu vaha maddarshanam hi bhutanam sarvashreyopapatyate ज्ञातम् एतस्य दौरात्म्य दैत्य दै दैतेयापसदस्य यत् तस्य शान्तिं करिष्यामि कालं तावत् प्रतीक्षत. So please wait. The Lord is saying. First, He is saying Bhadram. That is very, very important. Though we may have so many material desires, though we may not be purified our mind, our consciousness, but we all want protection. If we see, uh, the Lord is assuring what? Uh, protection from fear. This is, if we, I spend a lot of time thinking about this element of fear in our life. And the beauty of this fear is that everyone is caught up in this fear so tightly, so rapidly, that we are not able to become free. This fear of that, this fear of this fear of that. So many things are around us that due to this fear, we are not able to do what we are supposed to do. Why? Because always we think if I do this, some Hiranyakashipu kind of person will be there who will torture me to and burn me to ashes. Let me, no, no, no. Let me rather give up the thought of practicing devotion. In our life, there are so many such disturbances, and these disturbances, are we overcoming them or are we overcome by them? It all depends on this one fear. Because the demigods had fear, uh, what they did is they took shelter of the Lord. When we have fear, uh, what are we doing? Uh, when we are in fear, what are we doing? We are taking shelter of what? This fear. Because this fear is, though this fear might be very small, but what we are taking is we are taking shelter of fear again and again and again, that this fear is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Finally, we think, oh, I can't do this. Just like an elephant which is tied by a chain, uh, it has the fear of not able to release itself from these chains. Elephant is very strong, many, many kilos. Huh? And this chain, how much strong it is? It's not so strong. This chain, how much heavy it is? Not so heavy compared to elephant. But because of from from the baby elephant, it has been tied, and it grew bigger and bigger. Uh, that this fear also increased bigger and bigger. That it thinks, no, there is no chance that I can get free. Hmm. But here the Lord voice is saying Bhadram. Hmm. Here is saying, Ma Bhaista. Ma Bhaista means do not fear. Uh, Vibhuda Shrestha, all best of learned persons. Sarvesham Bhadram. Uh, Let there be all good fortune. Sarvesham Bhadram Astuvaha. Mad Darshanam hi Bhutanam. What is the secret that we can be free from fear is just have darshan by seeing me or by offering prayers to me or hearing about me, all of which are absolute. He indeed Bhutanam, huh? Bhutanam, uh, Sarva Shreyopapatyate. All whatever we want, Sarva Shreya, Shreya, all auspiciousness, what that we really long for will be attained by what? Just by practicing bhakti. Lord Vishnu is saying, don't get panicked. Huh? He's saying, Ma Bhaishta, Vibhuda Shrestha. Who learned persons don't scare. And in that way, the Lord is assuring. Sometimes people are very much eager to see God. In considering the word Mad Darshanam, seeing me, which is mentioned in this verse, one should note that in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati. In other words, the ability to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead or to see Him or to talk with Him depends on one's advancement in devotional service, which is called Bhakti. So, this Bhakti is very, very important. This is our means to communicate to the Lord. With the bhakti, uh, with depends on one's advancement. To that level we are advanced, to that level we get closer. With that level we can understand the Lord. Just like a person on a very cloudy, gloomy day, if he is standing and staring into the sky, he may not see anything except clouds. But just imagine if the same person is on a flight, he is going up, 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 then he crosses also these clouds and he can see the Lord clear and clear and clear. So this advancement in devotional service is very important. So sometimes we may have this question, how do I know that I have developed advanced in bhakti? It is through this. How much are we having taste to, to see the Lord, to talk to the Lord, to glorify the Lord? Shranam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, uh, Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. This is what anyway later we'll come to teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. So this is what he is the verse that Lord Vishnu is saying, don't worry, don't, I am there. Just by my darshan itself, you are getting, you will get relieved. Go home. And then now he is saying, what he's saying, uh, I know all about your activities, all the activities of Hiranyakashipu, and shall surely stop them very soon. This is what he's saying. So my darshan itself is benediction. No panic. Your fear itself should be gone. Huh? So when we are taking to Krishna consciousness, what is the symptom that we have advanced? That fear should, uh, even if it may not disappear forever, at least that the dareness, uh, that freedom from fear should grow more and more and more. And then Lord is saying, please wait patiently until that time comes. Surely that will go on very soon. I'll stop, but until that time, have patience. This is very important. It's not like the classic example, just like when a lady is conceived, she cannot expect to deliver in a day. Or even the example given is that when when a lady gets married, uh, she should have patience and she cannot expect to have a child in a day. So, and what is the time? We always have to understand there for everything there is a time, and here the Lord is saying, Yada Deveshu Vedeshu. This is very nice verse. Yada Deveshu Vedeshu Goshu Vipreshu Sadhushu Dharmeshu Maicha Vidvesha Sava Asu Vinasyati. When how someone's fate changes for his own bad is when one is envious of demigods, who represent the Supreme Lord of the Vedas, which gives all knowledge, of the cows, Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, and religious principles, and ultimately of me, the Supreme Lord. He and his civilization will be vanquished without delay. This is what Lord Vishnu is saying. Yada deveshu vedeshu goshu vipreshu sadhushu dharme maicha vidvesha sabha ashu vinasyati. So this is what he's saying. And then Hiranyakashipu, where is he? He has done everything. So he, when Hiranyakashipu teases the great devotee Prahlad, his own son, who is peaceful and sober and who has no enemy, I shall kill Hiranyakashipu immediately, despite the benedictions of Brahma. What a statement. Huh? Here is saying, the Lord is saying that, what is the timing? The right timing is when he ill treats my devotee. All this, whatever cows, and he mentioned, and he said that when a devotee, how come, then the demigod started thinking, how come that Hiranyakashipu can have such a wonderful son who is a great devotee? And that too, the qualities are like this. Huh? So that goes on. He starts explaining. Of course, he started explaining the qualities of Prahlad Maharaj, because um, It is very interesting. Uh, so the Lord is saying, doesn't matter if someone is assured to protect Hiranyakashipu, like Lord Brahma, also fine. But I cannot bear if my devotees are ill-treated. Very strong statement. Here we see that Lord is assuring us to be fearless. And how? By saying that, if someone ill-treats, then he cannot bear. That itself shows the Lord is very serious in the dealings of his devotees, and serious with the how others deal with his devotees. We have to be very, very careful when we are working with devotees. We cannot develop this envy towards devotees. And then, if we have that, we should offer prayers to the Lord. Oh Lord, I am now scared. I have the fear of ruining my own spiritual life. My own devotional life is at risk because I have developed such envy. Please remove all these things. These are not good for me. And the Lord is assuring what? Safety. So the great sage Narad continued, when the Supreme Lord, the spiritual master of everyone, thus assured all the demigods, they offered their respectful obeisances and returned confident that demon Hiranyakashipu was now practically dead. Hmm? Then Hiranyakashipu had four wonderful, well qualified sons, of whom one named Prahlad was the best. Indeed, Prahlad was a reservoir of all the transcendental qualities because he was an unalloyed devotee of the personality of Godhead. And what are the qualities that he had? Hmm. Brahmanya Shila Sampanna. Yeah, this is the verse. I'll share it. Hmm. ब्रह्मण्य शील संपन्न सत्य संतो जितेंद्रिय आत्मवत् सर्वभूतानाम एक प्रिय सुहृतम दासवत् सन्नतार्यांग्रिहि पितृवत् दीनवत्सलः भ्रातृवत् सदृशे स्निग्धो गुरुस्व ईश्वर भावनः विद्यार्थरूप जन्माद्यो मानस्तंभ विवर्जितः. So here is saying that Huh? He was completely cultured as a qualified Brahman, having very good character and being determined to understand absolute truth. A Brahman is the one who only is a Brahman if he has this determined desire to know, understand absolute truth. If we consider ourselves as a Brahmana but do not do this, we are in a world where um, we are affected. We are, what do we call this? What is this called when iron piece or a rusty iron piece uh, hurts us, and then septic, right? I don't know what is it. Our dear doctor should say. I think septic is word, but actually there is a better word than that. What was that?
Septicemia.
Oh my God. Actually, yeah, it is. Yeah, so something like that, which makes us get more infected, and this infection becomes bigger and bigger, and we are not able to understand this, but we think that everything is normal. Huh? Radhikali Mataji, in septic cases now we don't know what is happening inside. Hmm? All of a sudden the organ gets uh, damaged. Outside it might look okay, fine, it's just like a normal wound or a scratch or a scar, but because it's due to rusty iron piece. It's not an ordinary, uh, but it affects. So what happens is a Brahmana who thinks that he is by birth a Brahman doesn't guarantee that he can be a Brahman until he comes. Uh, he's having this antiseptic treatment to understand how do we get this antiseptic, that is what is through understanding the absolute truth. When one develops this understanding of the absolute truth, then all this uh, conditioning, all these uh, uh, misunderstanding will be uh, burnt in that knowledge. That's why we say tamasoma jyotirgamaya. Uh, this jyoti of knowledge can elevate us uh, and understand absolute truth. And when such a stage is attained, such a Brahman is qualified Brahman, not by birth but by quality. And then here is saying, Prahlad Maharaj mm, is a cultured Brahman. He was completely cultured as a qualified Brahmana. Who is, we may say that, oh, no, 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 we are talking about, what is this? Varnashram system means a Kshatriya son should be a Kshatriya, Hiranyakashipu is the king, and Prahlad Maharaj also should be a king or a prince. He should not have these qualities of Brahman. Hmm? Nazirasa Prabhu, I think I saw you were in the call, right? Is it not an
Yes,
interesting
Prabhuji.
question?
Yes, Prabhuji, correct. Yeah.
Hmm? We'll get to the answer later. Yeah, at least taking in the lines of what as well as Jayadav Maharaj has given, because Prahlad Maharaj is an Bhagavat, Mahabhagavat, who is completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is completely um, following the instructions of his spiritual master. Is he under the influence of Varnashram system? No. Because Prahlad Maharaj Guru, Narad Muni, has instructed him the topmost science and he became a great devotee. He need not follow all this. Yes, he is qualified Brahmana or even more than that. Having very good character, yeah, and being determined to understand the absolute truth. He had full control, Jitendriya, uh, uh, and senses and mind. Like the super soul, he was kind to every living entity and was the best friend of everyone. Uh, to respectable persons, he acted exactly like a menial servant. This is very interesting. This means that just becoming so great doesn't mean that one should serve him. It's that by being great, one understands that he is servant of others. And to the poor, he was like a father. To his equals, he was attached like a sympathetic brother. And he considers his teachers, spiritual masters, older god brothers to be as good as the supreme person of Godhead. Here we see not only the supreme master, spiritual master, but also older god brothers to be as good as supreme person of Godhead. Krishna. He was completely free from unnatural pride that might have arisen from his good education, riches, beauty, aristocracy, and so on. So this is Vaishnava. Samodamas tapas saucham shantir arjavam evacha gnanam vignanam asikyam sorry astikyam um brahma karma swabhavajam. So there is further explanation, but yeah, so we understand the greatness of Prahlad Maharaj is narrated in just two verses, and then um, in the next verse there is also explaining further qualities of Prahlad Maharaj is Nodvigna Chitto Vyasaneshu Nishprushaha Shruteshu Drishteshu Guneshva Avastadrik Dante Dantendriya Prana Sariradi Sada Prasanta Kamo Rahitasura Shura. So, although Prahlad Maharaj was born in a Asura family, he himself was not Asura, but a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Unlike the other Asuras, he was never envious of Vaishnavas. He was not agitated when put into danger, and when he was neither directly nor indirectly interested in fruitive activities described in Vedas. Indeed, he considered everything material to be useless, and therefore he was completely devoid of material desires. This is again a secret. If we want to uh, be free from this conditioning, we should consider this material world uh, is not useful. everything material to be useless, and therefore he was completely devoid of material desires. He always controlled his senses and life air, and being of steady intelligence and determination, he subdued all luster. When was it we were discussing about this? We were hearing, right? Determination. Jadvet Maharaj was mentioning. Or when did this point come about determination? In the recent seminars or classes we came across.
I
Yes,
think
It
it
is
Prabhuji.
the
Jayad with Maharaj told it on day one.
day one,
yes.
right? That
Yes.
determination is the key for our devotional life. So this are from this verse we discover that a man is not qualified or disqualified simply by birth. Prahlad Maharaj was Asura by birth, yet he possessed all the qualities of perfect Brahmana. Brahmanya Shila Sampanna. Anyone can become a fully qualified Brahman under the direction of a spiritual master. Prahlad Maharaj provided a vivid example of how to think of supreme spiritual master and accept his directions calmly. Mm. So, and then um, Prahlad had natural attraction, and yeah, this whole from this we see 34. All these are wonderful glories of Prahlad Maharaj, which says that uh, God's qualities in a devotee. This here we see. Uh, in any assembly where there are discourses about saints and devotees, even the enemies of the demons, namely the demigods, what to speak of you, would cite Prahlad Maharaj as an example of great devotee. So everyone accepts Prahlad Maharaj as a great devotee. And then Prahlad had natural attractions towards what? Vasudeve Bhagavati Yasya Naisargiki Rati. We were talking about Rati. This comes mm, next, I think. Gunair alam, asankhyair. So not one quality, two quality, asankhyair. So many qualities. He has innumerable qualities. What to say one? I can't. Mahatmyam tasya suchyate. Vasudeve bhagavati yasya naisargiki rati. Hmm. So he had so much attachment. Although his good qualities cannot be enumered, they prove that he was a great soul, Mahatma. So this is what we see, that how to know who is Mahatma, one who has such a great attachment to the Lord. This is what, yeah, all, all these verses have very nice purports from Prabhupada to get deeper understanding. And then what is that? Absorption in Krishna is excellent. Uh, Nyas- n- Nyasta, uh, Krida Nako Balo. He is not interested to play with yeah, kids. Uh, uh, Jadavat Tan Manastaya Krishna Graha Grihitatma Naveda Jagat Idrisam. He is totally absorbed. He himself has no, he, he's absorbed so much that he himself gave up this material world like that. From the very beginning of his childhood, Prahlad was uninterested in childish playthings. Indeed, he gave them up altogether and remained silent and dull, being fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Hmm? Since his mind was always affected by Krishna consciousness, he could not understand how the world goes on on being fully absorbed in sense gratification. Hmm? Anyway, so there are these wonderful qualities, and what are the symptoms that Prahlad Maharaj exhibited also is described. And sometimes what he was doing, being advanced, he sometimes cried, sometimes laughed, sometimes expressed jubilation, sometimes sang loudly, uh, sometimes would loudly call in full anxiety, sometimes lost his shyness in jubilation and began dancing in ecstasy. Sometimes, being fully absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, he felt oneness in and imitated the pastimes of the Lord. And sometimes he, feeling the touch of Lord's lotus hands, he became spiritually jubilant and remained silent, his hair standing on end and tears gliding down from his half closed eyes. because of his love for the Lord. Hmm. And then what is this? This verse is very, very important. Because of his association, Sa Uttama Shloka, hmm, Sa Uttama Shloka Padara Vindayor, uh, uh, Nisevaya, Vayanki, sorry, Nise व निसेवया किंचन संगलभ्यय तन्वन् परां निवृत्तिम् आत्मनो मुहुर् दुस्संग दीनस्य मनः samam vyadat. So here is saying, by his association with pure devotees who had nothing to do with anything material, Prahlad Maharaj constantly engaged in service of the Lord. Prahlad constantly inspired highest transcendental bliss. By seeing his ecstatic bodily features, a person's very poor in spiritual understanding became purified. So this is what, if we are blessed with the association of devotees, even if we just see them, come on, understanding all these Vedic scriptures is difficult. But just when we see them, we understand that definitely this has so much potency, uh, that the sadhus are uh, radiating the potency of these scriptures, the values, uh, and the bhakti. So, and then immediately after saying all these things, the glories of Prahlad Maharaj, then, uh, but in spite of all these qualities, now Yudhishthir Maharaj is asking, uh, the devil Hiranyakashipu tormented his exalted for fortunate devotee, although Prahlad was his own son. Oh, now I can't understand this. In already in the seventh canto, first chapter already, Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking why is Lord dealings are difficult to understand. Here is one more. Although Prahlad was his own son, uh, he wanted to trouble Prahlad. I wish to know more about this. A father and mother are always affectionate to their children. Whether the child is obedient or not, still the parents are very, very affectionate. Not due to enmity, but only for child's instruction and welfare, they may chastise. How did Hiranyaka see? If someone is disobedient, chastisement I can understand. But such a excellent child that Hiranyakashipu got, what is there? No fault. He is faultless. He is uh, inspiring so many, role model for so many. How come that he was troubled? This is the question. This is what I am eager to know. Uh, and how was it possible for a father to be so violent towards an exalted son who was obedient, well behaved, and respectful to his father? O Brahmana, O Master, I have never heard of such a contradiction as an affectionate father's punishing his noble son with intention of killing him. Kindly dissipate our doubts in this regard. Huh? So this is what. So Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. Huh? And here this, yeah, we'll go a little faster. Um, uh, on some other day, we'll also discuss more about the glories of Prahlad Maharaj. But we'll try to see uh, what was the cause of this all. Uh, Hiranyakashipu was disturbed. Prahlad's education he sent. He sent to Sukracharya's sons Chanda and Amarka. Uh, and Prahlad instructs Hiranyakashipu in bhakti. See? So this is, what is this? He is sending his son thinking that he needs education, and he sent his son to get educated. Here we say Prahlad was already educated in devotional service. No? Huh? This is very, very important. We take responsibilities of our children means that we should understand that we, whatever we provide, should only help them to become more devotionally strong. Whatever other things we may give is only kind of, yeah, um, a chance or risk we are taking, because by that the person may or children may develop taste for material enjoyment. So we should also take responsibility that what we give should not be a free, um, uncontrolled, but disciplined, determined way of becoming a devotee. So Prahlad Maharaj was already educated in devotional service, but when his father sent him out of obedience, yeah, so he went. Prahlad certainly heard and recited all whatever they were teaching. Huh? But now, what happened? My dear King Yudhishthir, once upon a time, The king of Demon took his son on his lap and very affectionately asked, "My dear son, please let me know what you think is the best of all the subjects you have studied from your teacher." Hmm. So then, to a karmi, to a person who is so much busy enjoying life, sense gratification, to them he is saying, Sri Prahlad Uvacha Tat Sadhamanye Suravarya Dehinam. This first line itself blows off, yeah, the meaning itself says. Sadhamanye Asura Varya Dehinam. Oh, my dear, who have taken the body of a demon. This is the meaning. Hmm? Best. तत्साधुमन्ये असुरवर्यदेहिनं सदा समुद्विग्न दीयाम् असद्ग्रहात् हित्वात्मपातं गृहमन्दकूपं वनं गतो यद् धरिम् आश्रयेत. The first instruction that Prahlad is giving to his father very obediently was to go to Vrindavan. He is not delaying because how much life do we have? We have very limited lifespan. We are thinking that, oh, I'm just only 20, I'm just 15, I'm just 30, I'm just 40 or 50, or I'm just 60. That just uh, whatever, even if it's 100, is nothing. So the first instruction we should always remember is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, that Vanam gato yad dharim mm, ashrayeta. He is saying, and then in the translation here we see that this one is going to the forest. More clearly, one should go to Vrindavan where only Krishna consciousness is prevalent and should thus take shelter of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Only a devotee can help us to understand the real essence of Bhagavatam. It cannot be spoken by non-devotees because Vanam can be just a forest. We know what happens going to a forest. We may get some peace of mind just because we are relieved from the city life or village life or people, all these things. But the real peace of mind is attained only when one goes to Vrindavan. Hmm. So, this is what he's saying. Hiranyakashipu actually was expecting something pleasing to hear from Prahlad, but nothing practical. So, this he was surprised to hear such words from his son. And then Hiranyakashipu, okay, he laughed. What kind of teaching that his son got? So he just laughed. And of course, when Prahlad spoke about the path of self-realization, Hiranyakashipu laughingly said, "Thus is the intelligence of children spoiled by the words of enemy." Hmm? So the father is thinking, this is what is happening in today's world, that parents are thinking, if children are taking to Krishna consciousness, the parents are thinking that, hey, some people have done some black magic, let me sue him or his organization or put him in jail or give him what is it kind of psychiatric treatments and all these things. They are not seeing this is normal. Why? Because the parents are not normal, because the parents have accepted the way of life is to compromise, is to be fearful, is to adjust. There is no higher purpose but just if one is married, to enjoy the married life. If one's marriage is broken, to enjoy the broken marriage life. Whatever, he's just trying to be um, compromising himself. uh, he is just kind of thinking, accepting whatever is coming, just like um, a goat which is tied. Whatever the master is giving, this goat is happily eating. It doesn't know that this, uh, in the end, this feeding everything is for what? So that the goat can become fatty and it can be more fruitful for the person who is taking care. So here we see that here Hiranyakashipu is laughing. Oh, I think my child intelligence is spoiled by word of enemy. Whatever is not pleasing to us, we think that others is enemy. If someone is not doing what I want, we think him as our enemy. This is our problem. Can this enemy be our friend? If he is telling something which is not what I can understand, it's not what I can accept, can there be some truth in what he's saying? Are we really seeing that? No. We put that stamp that he is our enemy. He is not our well wisher because he is saying something else. He is our enemy. Because he is not understanding me, he is my enemy. So in that way, what is happening? This whole world is prevailing with enmity. Now Hiranyakashipu advised his people, go, Chanda and Amarka, go take him, instruct him, everything, so that his intelligence will not be further influenced by Vaishnavas, who may go there in disguise. He is also saying these Vaishnavas na, are very um, um, powerful. They can disguise themselves and come and spoil our place. Be careful. When Hiranyakashipu asked this, Chanda and Amarka went and they asked, what is the reason? The boys do not speak like you in our Gurukul. Only you are doing like this. How have you learned all these instructions? Who polluted your intelligence? We didn't teach you all these things. Uh, Dear son, Prahlad, all peace and good fortune unto you. Kindly do not speak lies. Hmm? Just reply with truth. These boys who see are not like you, for they do not speak in a deviant way. How have you learned these instructions? Huh? So this is what, and Prahlad answers to the questions of his teachers. Huh? Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme God, hmm, whose external energy has created the different distinctions of my friend, my enemy, by deluding the intelligence of man. Indeed, I am now actually experiencing this, although I have previously heard of it from authoritative sources. And further, anyway, he starts saying, when the Lord is pleased with the living entity because of his devotional service, one becomes a pandit and does not make distinctions between enemies, friends, and himself. Intelligently, he then thinks every one of us is an eternal servant of God, and therefore we are not different from one another. Uh, Persons who always think in terms of enemy and friend are unable to ascertain the super soul within themselves, not to speak of them. Even such exalted persons as Lord Brahma, who are fully conversant with Vedic literature, sometimes bewildered in following the principles of devotional service. The same Supreme Personality of Godhead who has created this situation has certainly given me the intelligence to take the side of your so called enemy. So, this is what here Prahlad Maharaj is telling. And after hearing all this, Shenda and Amarka, they're saying, oh, no, don't become. They're saying this great soul Prahlad became silent after saying all this, and Chanda Marka, they're saying, these so-called Brahmanas then became angry at him because they were servants of Hiranyakashipu. They were very sorry. And to chastise Prahlad Maharaj, they spoke as follows. Oh, like, come on, bring me a stick. They asked, and they want to forcefully teach him. Prahlad, this Prahlad is damaging our name and fame. Because of his bad intelligence, he has become like a chinder in dynasty of demons. Now he needs to be treated by the fourth of the four kinds of political diplomacy. Sama Veda Danda. What is that? Sama Dana Danda Bheda. So, okay. Mm-hmm. 10 minutes to Apala. So saying, I mean, the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, yeah, there is one nice book, or even one can read through these chapters to get a better understanding. Huh? So, and then again, now Prahlad is brought back to Hiranyakashipu. When Hiranyakashipu saw his child hmm, had fallen at his feet and was offering obeisances, he took him, he embraced him. A father naturally feels happy to embrace his son. Hiranyakashipu became very happy in this way. Huh? Who wants to punish? It's only that they want to treat, they want to rectify, they want to correct. But Hiranyakashipu was not correcting, but actually he needs correction. And Narad Muni now continued. And this asked, Hiranyakashipu is asking here, my dear Prahlad, oh, for so much time you have heard many things from your teacher. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that. This is the key verse of the Bhagavatam. What is that? श्रीप्राहराद उवाच श्रवणं कीर्तनं विष्णुस्मरणं पादसेवनम् अर्चनं वन्दनं दास्यं सख्यम् आत्मनिवेदनम् इति पुंसार्पितविष्णो भक्तिश्चन्नवलक्षणः क्रियेत भगवति अद्दा तन्मन्ये धीयतम् uttamam. So he's saying that one who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hmm, and so on, should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. So if you see someone is doing japa, it means that he has acquired complete knowledge. If someone is doing kirtan, if someone is engaging in service of the Lord, we should understand that he acquired complete knowledge. Of course, acquiring complete knowledge is possible only by the mercy of the Lord. So it means that the Lord is merciful upon such person or a practitioner and he is blessing him. So saying so, Hiranyakashipu, oh, what did I ask and what did I get? I thought I will be hearing something so nice, but this was kind of so much that Hiranyakashipu became extremely angry. His lips trembling, he spoke to Shanda and Amarka, Shushanda, that you guys, oh unqualified, most heinous sons of Brahmanas, you have disobeyed my orders and taken shelter of the parties of my enemies. You have taught this poor boy about devotional service. What is this nonsense? Son of Sukracharya said, oh, his spontaneous devotional service has naturally developed in him. It's not something we did. He has this spontaneous devotional service. Right, right now we are practicing, we are sadhakas, so we have spontaneous uh, nature of enjoyment, but not spontaneous devotional service. But Prahlad Maharaj being Mahabhagavat, he has spontaneous devotional service. No one has to teach him more. And then Hiranyakashipu, after hearing, he said, "You rascal, most fallen of our family, if you have not received this education from your teachers, where have you gotten it?" This was another blow. Now what Prahlad is saying, he's now replying. He's saying, Matirna Krishne paratah svato va mitobhi padyate गृहवृतानाम् अदान्तगोभिर्विशतां तमिश्रं पुनः punas charvanaanam. Here is saying, because of their uncontrolled senses, persons too addicted to material life make progress towards hellish conditions and repeatedly chew that which has already been chewed. Their inclination toward Krishna are never aroused, either by the instructions of others, very, very important. So even if some bhakta is coming and telling them, hey, practice Krishna consciousness, that will not help them. By their own efforts, if they want to do effort, doesn't work, or combination of both, nothing will work. Hmm? But what is the way to work? He further says, न ते विदुस्वार्थगतिं हि विष्णुं दुराशया हि बहिरर्थमानिनः अन्धा अन्धा यतान्धेर उपनीयमानास्तेऽपीश तन्त्र्यम् उरुदाम्नि बद्धा. Hmm. So because of that, what is happening? Baddha, bound by what? Uru, having very strong Uru Damni. Damni means rope, cords. By that person who strongly entered by consciousness of enjoying material life and who therefore accepted as their leader or guru a similar blind man. What is happening? A blind man is guiding a blind man. As blind men guided by another blind man may miss the right path and fall into ditch, materially attached men, led by another materially attached man, are bound by the ropes of fruitive labor, which are made of very strong cords, and they continue again and again in material life, suffering the threefold miseries. Saying so, and Hiranyakashipu, now he sees that, oh, Naisammati tavad urukrama grihim. He is becoming like, okay, unless they smear upon their bodies the dust of the lotus feet of a Vaishnava, completely freed from material contamination, there is no other chance. Either by his own effort he cannot get freedom, either if someone is coming and helping him. uh, no, only by the mercy of the lotus feet of Vaishnava can one can become free. Persons very much inclined toward materialistic life cannot be attached to lotus feet of the Lord, who is glorified for his uncommon activities. Only by becoming Krishna conscious and taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord in this way can one be freed from the material contamination. This is what else Hiranyakashipu wanted to hear. That's already enough. That was already enough for him. He became very angry, and then he bursted out, saying, blinded. Where is that? Blinded by anger. Hmm, yeah, I think so. Because of great anger, he started saying, uh, he started glorifying himself first. He couldn't control. Just as uncontrolled senses are the enemies of all yogis. This Prahlad, who appears to be a friend, is an enemy because I cannot control him. Therefore, this enemy, whether eating, sitting, or sleeping, must be killed by all means. Anyway, he gives some reasonings why he has to be killed. And after all, means he's getting closer and closer to his death. So he asks all possibilities how to get him, how to kill him, all arrangements, and all the attempts also fail. Whereas undisturbed meditation, when one is completely meditating on the Supreme Lord, Lord is taking care of him. There is so nice explanations how Prahlad Maharaj is protected and why Prahlad Maharaj was fearless. Huh? All that, yeah, is part of this nice chapter. And again, he was taken back, and in the Gurukul, he also not only this time he also changes all his uh, schoolmates, yeah, all the Asura sons. He starts instructing the science of Godhead, don't waste life, and all those things. Is a nice chapter to go through. We are coming to also, yeah, this also is explained like how did Prahlad Maharaj, because the students ask, you don't enjoy all this place and all those things. You are telling all so great subject matters, who taught, and then yeah, we get to hear that Prahlad Maharaj, when he was in the womb, by the grace of Narad Muni, he heard all these wonderful subjects about Gyan, of spirit, soul, and transmigration, everything. I mean, all he heard, and Prahlad's instructions on bhakti. mm, He also speaks about that, and what are the struggles of material world is unworthy, so don't waste time in that. And Prahlad is urging his schoolmates to take up bhakti. Don't waste time. We may think that, oh, what is that? Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. After that, bhakti. No, take straight away bhakti. Don't waste time. And then, after saying all this, um, yeah, the teachers bring him back. Mm, The teachers bring him back. One second. One second. Yeah, so we go to straight chapter 8, 8, 8, 15. Yes, 8:30. Rupa was saying that, yeah, Lord Nrsimhadev appeared and killed. So we are also coming closer to that point. So Hiranyakashipu was ready to kill his own son, but the supreme personality of of Godhead appeared in front of the demon as Shri Nukeshari, uh, half lion and half man, and killed him. So this is what we are going to see how this happened. Uh, that Narmani continued, all the sons of demons appreciated the transcendental instructions. They rejected the materialistic instructions given by their own teachers. Uh, when they came and they saw this, they got afraid. They approached the king and described the situation as it was. Mm. So this was happening. And Prahlad and asked, what is the source of your strength? Hiranyakashipu, oh, most impudent, most unintelligent, disruptor of the family, O lowest of mankind. You have violated my power to rule you. Violated my power to rule you. And therefore you are an obstinate fool. today I shall see you, send you to the place of Yamaraj. Mm. So here, the words that Hiranyakashipu used to abuse are very interesting. He said, Durvinita means, we'll talk some other time. Then Yeah, so Prahlad is glorifying the Lord and advises even his father to take up to this. He's saying, Sri Prahlada Vacha, na kevalam me bhavatas cha rajan sabai balam balinam chaparesham. He's saying, wherever the strength I am getting, that is the same source of strength for you as well. Uh, Pare avare ami sthira jangamaye brahmadayo yena vasam pranitaha. Here is saying, my dear king, the source of my strength, hmm, of which you are asking, is also the source of yours. Indeed, the original source of all kinds of strength is one. He is not only your strength or mine, but the only strength for everyone. Without him, no one can get any strength, whether moving or not moving, superior or inferior. Everyone, including Lord Brahma, is controlled by the strength of the Supreme Lord. So all the different, similarly, all the jivas are dependent on the Supreme Lord's mercy. One's only duty is understand one's subordinate position and surrender. So the free will, whatever we have, is to understand that the Supreme Lord uh, is the source of our strength. As we were talking this whole past time, we were talking about fear. To overcome fear, we need what? Strength. And what is that strength? The strength is Supreme Lord. If we understand this, then we have understood the spirit of Prahlad Maharaj's teachings. That Supreme Lord, who is the supreme controller and time factor, is the power of senses, the power of mind, the power of body, and vital forces of senses. His influence is unlimited. He is the best of all living entities, the controller of the three modes of material nature. By his own power, he creates this cosmic manifestation, maintains it, and annihilates it also. And Prahlad Maharaj further said, please give up your demonic mentality. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your mind equipoised toward everyone. Except for the uncontrolled and misguided mind, there is no enemy within this world. When one sees everyone on the platform of equality, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly. So, in this way, he's saying enemies we just imagine, there are no real enemies. It is only because of our ignorance we are doing this. After hearing all this, Hiranyakashipu is saying, you rascal, you are trying to minimize my value. Huh? As soon as he heard that, hey, you take shelter of Vishnu, then Hiranyakashipu became, you want to minimize my position as if you are better than me at controlling the senses. This is over intelligent. I can therefore understand that you desire to die at my hands. For this kind of nonsensical talk is indulged in by those who about to die. If someone want to die, they talk all nonsense. This is what he says. And he says, oh, unfortunate. See, he threatens to kill Prahlad. Hmm. And so you want to die in my hands? Now tell me, if you have always described a supreme being other than me, of everyone, who is all pervading. But where is he? If he is everywhere, then why is he not present before me in this pillar? Because you are speaking so much nonsense, I shall now sever your head from your body. Now let me see your most worshipable God come to protect you. So again, it's a repetitive theme that's coming. The Lord is appearing to protect. Nrsimha Dev. Yeah, so we also see in so many occasions, Srila Prabhupada uh, gives us um, that uh, take shelter of Nrsimha for protection. You want to see it? I want to see it. Being obsessed with anger, Hiranyakashipu, who was very great in bodily strength, thus chastised his exalted devotees and Prahlad with harsh words, cursing him again and again. Huh? What did Lord Vishnu say? I will appear when my devotee is ill-treated. Now here he is being ill-treated, cursing him again and again. Hiranyakashipu took up his sword, got up from his royal throne, and with great anger struck his fist against the column. And then what happened? From the pillar came a fearful sound, and wonderstruck, whilst showing his extraordinary prowess, Hiranyakashipu, who desired to kill his own son, heard the wonderful tumultuous sound which had never before been heard. Upon hearing the sound, the other leaders of the demons were afraid. None of them could find the origin of that sound in the assembly. Hmm. And then what? This is very important. To prove the statement of his servant Prahlad Maharaj was substantial. In other words, to prove that the Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus, the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. Hmm. What is that form? Satyam. Satyam Vidatum Nijabhrita Bhishitam. Sorry, Bhashitam. Vyaptim cha Bhuteshva Akhileshu Chatmanah. Adrisya Tatyabhuta Rupam. Udvahan. Stambe Sabhayam na Mrigam na Manusham. Manusham. So that form. And here, present here. By manifesting his form of as Nrsimha Dev, the Lord also preserved the truth of Lord Brahma's promise that Hiranyakashipu was not to be killed by any animal or any man. The Lord appeared in a form that could be said to be fulfilled, could be a fully, sorry, the Lord appeared in a form that could not be said to be fully a man or a lion. So in this way we see that Lord has appeared to uh, to keep up the promise of his devotees. Here we see Prahlad. Prahlad said that he is present everywhere, so he proved it. And not only that, Brahma has sanctioned the desire, so he came and killed such a way that his promise is kept. That words of Brahma are not false. Mm. And he also did wonderful that Narada Muni, he told that the child in Kayadu's womb cannot be killed in the seventh chapter, seventh verse, sorry, seventh canto, seventh chapter, 10th verse, there is this. So to keep that word of his devotee, Narada Muni also, uh, Nrsimhadev appeared uh, to protect Prahlad Maharaj, that he cannot be killed. And also, interestingly, who is Hiranyakashipu after all? He is Jaya Vijaya. He is Jaya. Yeah. So he's the doorkeeper of Vaikuntha. hmm, Had prayed not to die from created being, inside or outside a residence, and not by a man or a beast. And also he thought, I may die because of my hatred of Prahlad. This is also what he was thinking. So, first of all, whatever his desire, to fulfill his desire, he took this unique form. And also he was thinking, oh, my hatred to Prahlad is so intense that because of that, that would be the cause of my death. This is also he made true. So in that way, the Lord appeared. His fearful features of the Lord are described from this. Yeah, angry eyes. Yeah, 19 to 22. Huh? Angry eyes resembling like molten gold, shining mane which expanded the dimensions of his fearful face, deadly teeth and razor sharp tongue which moved about like a dueling sword, ears erect and motionless, nostrils and gaping mouth that appeared like mountain caves. Parted jaws, thick and short neck, broad chest, thin waist, entire body touching the sky, bodily hairs as white as the rays of the moon, arms like flanks of soldiers spread in all directions, killing the demons. So this is what was happening. All the demons who came to protect his king, uh, mm, Nrsimhadev was killing. And then Hiranyakashipu murmured to himself, Lord Vishnu, who possesses great mystic power, has made this plan to kill me. But what is the use of such an attempt? Who can fight with me? Thinking like this and taking his club, Hiranyakashipu attacked the Lord like an elephant. And then what happened? Uh, the description Hiranyakashipu became invisible like uh, a small insect in fire, yeah, because the Lord is so giant. And when Hiranyakashipu, just like a small insect, falls forcefully into fire and insignificantly a creature becomes invisible, Hiranyakashipu attacked the Lord, who was full of effulgence, and Hiranyakashipu became invisible. This is not at all astonishing, for the Lord is always situated in pure goodness. Formerly, during creation, he entered dark universe and illuminated by his spiritual effulgence. And then the Lord captured Hiranyakashipu. The Lord has captured Hiranyakashipu thereafter. Um, and then Hiranyakashipu in anger swiftly attacked Nrsimhadev with his club and began to beat him. Lord Nrsimhadev, however, captured the great demon along with his club, just as Garuda might capture a great snake. And then uh, Yudhishthir, son of Bharata, when Lord Nrsimhadev gave Hiranyakashipu a chance to slip from his hand, uh, just like Garuda sometimes plays with a snake and let it slip from his mouth, the demigods who had lost their abodes and who were hiding behind the clouds for fear of demon did not consider that incident very good. Indeed, they were perturbed. They think, what will happen now? When Hiranyakashipu was freed from the hands of Nrsimha, he falsely thought that the Lord was afraid of his prowess. Therefore, after taking a little rest from the fight, he took up his sword and shield and again attacked the Lord with great force. Anyway, so this is laughing loudly now, making a loud, shrilling sound of laughter. The Lord, who is extremely strong and powerful, captured Hiranyakashipu, who was protecting himself with his sword and shield, leaving no gaps open. Now, with the speed of a hawk, Hiranyakashipu moved sometimes in the sky and sometimes on the earth, his eyes closed because of fear of Narsimhadev's laughter. So even when the Lord is laughing, that that cause uh, fears. As a snake captures a mouse or a Garuda captures a very venomous snake, Nrsimhadev captured Hiranyakashipu, who could not be pierced even by the thunderbolts of King Indra. But with what? Nrsimha placed the demon on his lap, supporting him with his thighs, and in the doorway of assembly hall, the Lord very easily tore the demon into pieces with the nails of his hand. The Lord Nrsimha condition after killing Hiranyakashipu, mouth and mane sprinkled with blood, fierce eyes impossible to look at, licking the edge of his mouth with his tongue, decorated with a garland of demon's intestines, resembled a lion that had just killed an elephant. Uh, the Lord uprooted Hiranyakashipu's heart and threw it aside. He then killed the other demons who came to attack merely with the ends of his nails. And here we see that Hiranyakashipu, why did he pull out the heart of, why did Narsimhadev pull the heart of Hiranyakashipu? Uh, he wanted to inspect, as if he was inspecting where is, uh, he thought, I was living happily in his heart, but how did this unfortunate person make anger and hatred like uh, live there as well? So how come that usually heart is a place of love for the Lord, right? How come hatred came? Hmm. The unparalleled prowess, yeah, that's further explained here. His hair on his head shook the clouds and scattered. His glaring eyes stole the effulgence of luminaries. His breathing agitated the seas and oceans. His roaring made all the elephants to cry in fear. His hair through the airplanes into outer space. His lotus feet made Earth appear to slip, and all the mountain of sky and directions. Uh, and then the demigods celebrated Lord's victory, and they were very happy. And then Lord Brahma is praying, offering wonderful prayer. You possess unlimited potencies that no one can estimate. You easily create, maintain, and destroy the universe, yet you remain the same. And Lord Shiva is saying, uh, your anger is for the end of the universe. As the demon has been killed now, please protect this son, Prahlad Maharaj, your surrendered devotee. King Indra is saying, this demon has taken our shares in sacrifice, which are yours. He has overtaken our hearts, which are your residence. Now, your presence dissipated the darkness in our hearts. Your servants do not care even for liberation. And then the sages, they say, the process of austerity with which you create this universe was stopped by this demon. O protector of the surrendered, Sharanyapala, now you have killed him and approved the process of austerity. And Pitras are praying, O protector of all religious principles, Akila Dharma Goptre. This demon enjoyed all the offerings of Shraddha ceremony done by our descendants. By killing him, you have taken back all the stolen property from his abdomen. This was done in order to protect our natural mystic powers and became proud. Now that he has been killed by your nails, we offer our obeisances unto you. And in this way, there is further glorification of all the demigods. All the residents of higher planets of Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha offered this prayer. O pure offender, today we have seen you for the good fortune of all the world. O Lord, we can understand that Hiranyakashipu was the same Jaya who engaged in your service but was cursed by Brahmanas and who thus received the body of a demon. We understand that his having now being killed is your special mercy upon him. That is the understanding of a devotee. I'll stop here. Thank you so much for joining on a very spontaneous katha, honoring the um, Nrsimha Chaturdasi today. Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Swami ki jai. Okay, we'll quickly do Nrsimha Japa. ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. By the way, before we start, let us offer prayers that we take shelter of Sri Prahlad Lakshmi Nrsimha Swami for protection and to become fearless in the path of devotional life. Let's pray for everyone for their um, spiritual advancement, health, and universal peace. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namastejastejase Avirbhava Vajranakha Vajradamshtra Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuishta Om Shkram Om Ugram Veeram Mahavishणुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय नमस्तेजस्तेजसे आविर्भव वज्रनखा वज्रदंष्ट्रां कर्माशयान् रन्धया तमोग्रसा ग्रसा ॐ स्वाहा अभयम् आत्मनि भूयिष्ठा ॐ श्रोम श्री प्रहलाद लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा भगवान की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
हरे
Thank you,
कृष्ण
Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण